Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August 21st, Sunday. I'm doing this special update on Bitcoin because my predictive modeling is showing that Bitcoin may move into a breakout upward trend near the end of August in or into early September. I've drawn this blue line highlighting what is likely to happen, and I'll show you my predictive modeling chart. The very interesting side of this is that it matches almost perfectly with my Fibonacci modeling system when you take a look at this. So we're going to look at the Fibonacci modeling system. Right now, off of this high, it's targeting 16 to 17,000 to the downside with a moderate downside target here around 21,000. We're already below that. But near the end of August into early September, there's a very good chance, when I say that, I'm putting it at about a 15 or 20% chance right now, that some type of event will happen where Bitcoin could skyrocket above 32,000, possibly up to 36, 37,000 on a very big move and then stall back out around 28. Now, when we take a look at this from a technical standpoint, these become pretty solid levels overall. You can see this level back over here, these Fibonacci target and trigger levels, the red level here, green level here, green level here, put us right in that 36, 35, 37,000 range. We have another resistance area across this level, these levels here, and this level back over here. We have not gone bullish yet. Okay, we had a little bit of a bullish recovery here, but off of this level, we stalled out over here, not getting bullish. Now we're in a bearish trend. Understand that 16,000 is the downside target right now, and I believe it's highly likely to get there over the next 4 or 5, maybe 6 days on a big washout. But after that, there's a very strong potential. When I say again, very strong, this is in probably 12 to 16% likelihood right now that it would break out. We would need to see this 16,000 level hit. Then we would need to see it get above this 22,000 level in order to see a big upside move. So towards the end of August, early September, if we were to see Bitcoin move off of, say, a $16,000, $17,000 low back up to potentially a $22,000 level, then I would say you've got a pretty good chance of getting above 32,000, and the likelihood of this upside move moves up into the 50, 60, 70%. If we get this downward move to 16, 17,000, then an upside move above 22,000, say 22,500. At that point, you have a fairly strong upside potential. Now, let's take a look over here at the predictive modeling system, and I want you to see here, this is September 8th. So let me draw some lines here. This is September 2nd, and this is September 12th. So here we have a scenario where the predictive modeling system is showing us a potential downside move into this area, which again is 18,420 to 16,665. Very likely we're going to come down and retest these historic lows over the next 6, 7, 10 days. But once we get into this area here around early September, then we start to see the potential area up in here start to play out, and we have this one modeling that's coming up and showing us a potential move up into the 36, 37,000 range. So what we would need to see happen here, ladies and gentlemen, is the highest likelihood trigger come down, then an upward move. And again, in reality, we're looking at probably right in this area as a key area for the markets to move higher, for Bitcoin to move higher. We have to see it come down into this $16,000, $17,000 area, reaffirm support, and then probably around August 31st to September 2nd, we would need to see a dramatic upward movement try to take place no later than, say, September 7th, And if we were to see a dramatic upside move take place during that time frame, then we have a pretty good chance we're going to see an exhaustive rally phase, move up above 30,000, potentially up into 34, 35,000 on a big blip to the upside before it potentially stalls back out and tries to retest resistance back in this area. So understand, Bitcoin has a very good chance, in my opinion, of doing this if the predictive modeling system continues to play out. That would mean a weakening trend down into the 16, 17,000 area before the end of August, and then a turnaround with some pretty high volume to the upside. Once we get above 21, say 22,000 to the upside, then you have a chance of seeing 28 to 35,000 on a very quick move within a week or two, heading out into around September 14th, 15th, 16th. I wouldn't try to hold this very long. I don't believe it's going to be a big follow-through trend. We can, for the heck of it, come to weekly and take a look at what the weekly system is suggesting. Weekly is going to give us some different viewpoints. Let's start with these trigger points and then move into these trigger points here. You can see we have quite a bit of nothingness. Okay, so I've checked quite a few. We don't have any real triggering points. Trying to give you a good view here. We have one trigger point from way back over here that shows the potential move up over here. And then we have a lot of empty trigger points over here. These white lines mean that it was a one-off trigger with no real future price predictive qualities. So we do have a triggering mechanism that's being drawn out in this area, potentially these yellow lines here. And we do have, let's see here, we do have some downward trending taking place back into this area. You can see how this lower channel comes into play. So this 16, 17 area is still valid. This upward channel is still potential valid. Anything above 29,000, roughly, let's call it 28,900, would be an exhaustive upside move. But the predictive modeling system is telling us that we have a chance in the beginning of September to see a fairly strong upside trend. And it really is potentially a very solid upward move if we see it play out. You can see here this one trend, which was off of this bar right here, shows us we could see it consolidate around this 18,000 level with a potential for upside movement, very big upside movement. So we would be looking at a move of literally potentially 80 to 100% or more upside in Bitcoin. And it really looks like it's going to start to potentially build momentum right around the beginning of September. So September 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, there's a very strong chance. And again, when I say very strong, I'm going to qualify that. Right now, it's probably 15 to 20%, no more than 15 to 20%. We have to see this roll down here lower, stall out, potentially start to move back up into the 21, 22,000 area. If it gets above the 22,000 area by, say, August 31st or September 2nd, then yes, we have a pretty strong upside chance for a move above 30,000 in Bitcoin. So be aware. Follow my research on Twitter. Follow my research on YouTube. This could be a great opportunity if it plays out like my predictive modeling system is saying. Remember, right now it's only about a 15 to 20% chance. But if it does what my modeling system says it'll do, and we see that move above 22,000 by, say, early September, then we've got a much higher probability of it moving above 30,000, which will be a great big move. All right, talk to you later.